Hey guys, I'm just Josh, and welcome back to the next episode of our Pokemon Ultra Moon Martyrlocke. In the last episode, we had an interesting encounter, to say the least. I'll give you a little teaser. It was our first legendary encounter of the entire playthrough. I'm not going to tell you who it was or what happened. You should go back and check that out if you want to see that. In today's episode, I have good news and bad news. The first bit of good news that maybe you already noticed is I finally fixed the very slight desync between the audio and my webcam. I don't know how. Clicked some random buttons and something worked, and I was like, that looks better. And I think we're 100% sync now, which is wonderful. I'm very happy. The bad news, there's actually two pieces of bad news. Number one is I'm sick, or at least starting to get sick, so you may see me chomping on some cough drops today. I've been having these like 20-minute long coughing fits that just never stop, and I literally can't say, I'll be like trying to talk to coworkers at work, and I literally cannot say a single word without coughing like crazy in between. So I figured that this, I apologize if you don't like the sound of chewing or slurping on this. I will try to keep it as quiet as possible, but I figured that was a better solution than me not being able to talk at all. So you may disagree, I have no idea. The other piece of bad news is that I'm pretty sure we're making a sacrifice in today's episode, which is not great for me because I haven't given it too much thought. I mean, I've given it a slight amount. I'd be lying if I said I gave it none. By the way, the only Pokemon we cannot sacrifice is Kosam the Starmie. So the original 5... Oh, Shelliet we cannot do either, right? I don't think we can sacrifice Kosam or Shelliet. We might be able to sacrifice Shelliet. I have no idea. I'm not going to, so you don't have to worry about it. The 4 Pokemon that we're definitely basically choosing between are Penelope, Arthropod, Rexter, and Clashly. Kosam and Shelliet, I can confirm, are safe, and we will be deciding from the other 4 which we're going to sacrifice. However, I'm not quite ready to make that choice yet, because we have a couple encounters we're going to get in today's episode. One here on Route 8. We also have a static Wimpod encounter that we can get, and maybe one of those 2 encounters will sway my opinion on the topic. I don't know. There's really only one way to find out, and that is to jump straight into today's episode. How are you guys doing? You want to know more about Oranguru? Ooh, I'm sorry, I do not have an Oranguru. Let's get into a battle. Let's start the day off. Just kidding, we actually can't get up there. Let's start the day off by going over here instead. I was gonna say, I thought there was a cutscene coming, and there it is. Please, no big battles. I'm fine starting off with a little battle. No big battles, please. Man, the voices are not gonna be fun today with my horrible... Maybe I should learn sign language, and then I could just do the game and sign. And then you have to give it voices. Oh, and you are Colress, whose voice we obviously gave you in Pokemon Black 2, White 2, but I don't remember what it is. You there! We'll go with that instead, because I don't remember what it was, and I apologize, Colress. You were a very important character in that game.
Oh, excuse me, I'm a scientist, and my name is Colress. The theme of my research is, bring out the potential of Pokemon, end quote. What brings out the power of Pokemon is 3 periods. I believe that it is long EM dash, the bond they share with their trainers, exclamation point. And thus my attention is drawn to trainers like yourself, 3 periods. Trainers bound to their Pokemon through the power of the Z-Power Ring, exclamation point. Now that I think of it, I never asked your name, period, 3 periods. Jersh, is it, question mark? I'll remember your name, period. To commemorate our encounter, let me give you a TM, period.
I don't know why. Doom Desire, that sounds cool as heck. I don't know why he states his punctuation, but he does now. Just so you know.
If you're able to utilize Flame Charge, which it isn't fully, you'll be able to have a great battle with the totem in the next trial, 3 periods, the trial in Lush Jungle, period. Z-Power, 3 periods, is it true? Is it the true potential that I see, question mark? Does it surpass the Mega Ring, question mark?
Bruh, is he texting? I used to be like, back when we had T9 on our phones, I used to be able to do that without looking. He's got it mastered if he's sliding into some people's DMs.
Apparently, there are uninhabited islands for Pokemon called Pokepelago here in Alola, period. Alola is fascinating, exclamation point. I believe that I will stay in Alola for some time, exclamation point. Well then, comma, Jersh, period. I hope you will excuse me, period. I've had a quite the curious request to me made by a couple of the most oddly dressed strangers, period.
Whew. Whew. Whatever sickness I have must also be affecting my lungs because I was really out of breath there. I thought I was gonna pass out slightly. Okay, 25 totem stickers, that's exciting. And it's time for our Route 8 encounter. I think Kosam is the right option to have out there just because he's still the weakest. So without further ado, let's get this Route 8 encounter. I would love to, by the way, we did get our first legendary encounter in the last episode, but it used teleport on me. So I'd like to get a legendary Pokemon that actually is here to stay. What's our Route 8 encounter going to be? I'm not asking for the moon or the sun here. Oh, Pokemon Sun and Moon, get it?
Ooh, you gave me neither.
Neither the moon nor the sun have we attained. Instead, we get a Happiny. You know, a Happiny? That's not dupes, is it? Nope, I don't think we've captured a Chansey. For some reason, oh, it's because we captured Togetic. I started thinking of nicknames for him, and I was thinking of the egg, and so I was already thinking of egg-based nicknames. And I was like, did we catch one of these already? If I'm thinking of more egg-based nicknames, but no. We captured a Togetic, which is fine. Completely understandable. I get it. Not a problem. However, I am a little upset. You can copycat me if you want. I'm not that scared of the Rapid Spin. You can use the Rapid Spin. It's actually it's a little bit cuter when you do it, I do have to say. Alright, we're gonna capture this little baby bottle pop looking pink cotton candy cloud of happiness, I guess. I'm just saying positive words because I'm not the most excited about the fact that we're capturing a Happiny. It doesn't change it doesn't help me make a decision in today's episode, basically, because we're probably not adding this thing to the team immediately. Happiny's data is going to be added to the Pokedex. Don't get me wrong, it's a special wall, and that's great if you're into that. In a Nuzlocke, I'm not usually. When it sees something round and white, Happiny puts it in the pouch on its stomach. It sometimes becomes overloaded and can't move. That reminds me of the first time I ever played the Elder Scrolls games, and which one was it? It was Obsidian, or no, Oblivion. The first time I ever played Oblivion, this is a female, by the way. The first time I ever played, oh, well, this is a perfect name. We're gonna combine, this is perfect based on your description. The first time I ever played Oblivion, I'd never played like a Fallout game before, or a Skyrim game, or anything like that. So I didn't know about the weight system. Whereas when you pick up too much stuff, you become over encumbered, and you can no longer walk because you're carrying too much stuff. So I got confused when I was like 10, 9 maybe, when I first started playing that game. And when you're going through the sewers, I was just murdering people and just taking all their stuff. I was like, I'll sell it later. And then I couldn't move, and then I quit the game because I was like, this is dumb, I can't move. Long story short, her description of carrying too much, not being able to move, reminded me of that. So we're going to combine the game Oblivion, which I really need to go back and give another chance. Oblivion. And we're going to combine Oblivion with Olivia and just go with Oblivia. That's pretty good. It kind of sounds a little bit more fearsome than this Happiny actually is, but that's okay. Happiny, we're going to send you to the box. You may get used. Let me be honest. If we ever have to use Happiny, something went horribly wrong. Something went so horribly wrong if we have to go back and use Happiny. I just want to search around here, see what else we could have gotten. I'll probably go over to that fishing spot as well and see what we could have gotten from our fishing encounter. I probably won't do any more fishing encounters for the rest of the game just because, I don't know, something about, I mean, it also is just like literally more time consuming than just going out there and getting an actual encounter. Let's also, fingers crossed, we have a couple, sorry, I'm chomping that cough drop really loud, but it's helping so much. No, you can't use my own mans against me. We have an Escavalier on screen, which is not great because I don't have a fire type. I would love to re-add a fire type. I cannot tell you how much I would love to re-add a fire type. The answer is a lot. I would truly love to re-add a fire type. I suppose we'll go into Clashly here, even though fighting type moves aren't super effective against this thing. Clashly still hits pretty hard. Excuse me? Oh wait, that's bug type. I was like, how did you hit me? I don't think you can poison me though because I am steel type, so that works out as well. We could have also, by the way, just gone into our own Escavalier, our own Arthropod, and went Arthropod v Arthropod, but I decided against it. I decided that was not how I wanted to do things today, so here we are. But anyway, back to what I was saying. We really want to make sure we don't lose a Pokemon in today's episode because I say that I'm about to risk a crit here, but I think we can take him out with a Power-Up Punch. We really don't want to lose a Pokemon in today's episode. Please don't crit. We're fine. Really don't want to lose a Pokemon in today's episode because, especially if it's one of the 4 sacrifice victims, because then that narrows my choice down even further. That could be considered both a good thing or a bad thing. If we lose a Pokemon that I really love, then I'm not going to care as much about, like, here's the thing. I'm trying to think right now. The weakest link for sure is Penelope the Snover. While I will say the grass ice typing is a really nice combo. Didn't we catch an ice type recently? We caught Krabby. I mean, we caught Lil Mac Crab. What's his name? Crabominable. No. What's the pre-evolution of Crabominable? Crabrawler. We captured a Crabrawler, which will eventually be an ice type. But for right now, we have no ice types, and I don't think we have any grass types in the box either. I could be wrong on that. I have not looked in our box in a little bit. And it's also the only non-evolved Pokemon, but that also gives me kind of like a soft spot for it. Oh, I thought this was weird music, but it turns out I'm just a dummy. This grass only has Happiny, is the good news. I kind of want to keep Penelope around because it's our only non-evolved Pokemon. And we have not seen an evolution in this entire playthrough thus far. No, Sky. Oh, okay. I thought she was going to challenge me to a Sky battle. I'm not about Sky battles. I learned my lesson in Gen 6. No Sky battles for pop-up. Slowbro would have been an okay encounter. I am pretty tired of water types, so maybe not the best encounter for us, and it's basically just a slower Starmie. It's a slower, bulkier Starmie, granted, and it does have a Mega, which is, you know, something to be said, something interesting. Could have potentially had a Mega there, but we already could potentially have a Mega with Abomasnow. So again, I don't really want to get rid of Penelope, because I like Penelope. Man, ooh, it's a Mega Scizor! Okay! Well, we're fighting a lot of Pokemon in today's episode that have me really wanting a Fire type back on the team. Basically, all we can do is cross our fingers and hope that this Wimpod is a Fire type. Shoot, Scizor does a lot of damage to my team. Mega Scizor wrecks my team. I mean, Arthropod is probably the answer? Starmie! 2 HP! And the hair to save it. Ooh. I'm part owl now. Okay, that was scary. That was quite frightening. I didn't love what just happened on my screen. We know he's got Pursuit. That does a decent amount of damage, and we're gonna do like no damage to you. All right, I think... Could we potentially tough this battle out with Arthropod? Yes. Yes, we could. It's just gonna take a really long time. Like that gets the job done eventually. What's a Twin Needle do? Let me just, I'm exploring all the options. And then I'm gonna decide if we wanna just go into Clashly, because Clashly would probably be, that's not a lot of damage and I don't think we can poison you. So unfortunately, that's not gonna do it either. Okay. Can we get out of here without you killing me to a Pursuit? Man, I thought we were losing Kosei and the Starmie, which would have been a real shame. I mean, we have other water types in the box, but Kosam isn't even a Pokemon that can be sacrificed in today's episode. So losing it would actually just be completely worthless. Do we outspeed you? You definitely outspeed me, that's okay. I decided I'm gonna let Arthropod take on this battle because he's pretty tanky and I trust him the most. I guess you keep going for Twin Needles? Even though I don't think you can poison, I think you continue going for Twin Needles. Like I said, I don't think you can poison, but it's at least worth a shot. Maybe we'll get lucky and snag a poison out of it. But since he's Steel type, I'm like 97% sure that you actually can't do that. So, you know, it's fine. We'll figure it out. One way or the other. It's going to be a long battle. I mean, it's actually not. It's like 2 more hits and he's done, so. Now, you do have a second Pokemon, which I can't say I'm super excited about. I also just finished my first Cough Drop, which I'm not super excited about. Okay. One more Twin Needle gets the job done. I'm popping in a second. Are these Halls or Ricola? Bargain brand. The only thing I can afford, of course. And thankfully, we didn't get critted there at all. Can Pursuit even crit? I mean, yes, probably. It is just an attacking move, so I wouldn't see why it could not crit. But thankfully, we did not get crit. And thankfully, you didn't kill Kosam the Starmie. Kosam lives to fight another day, grows to level 23 in the process. And we have a Duskull coming in. Duskull coming in equals, you know, I want to go back into Kosam to get some more experience, but just in case you have Pursuit as well, I don't think you would, but just in case you do, I'm going to go into Rexter and just bite you right on the beautiful face here. Okay, crisis averted. Let's get back on to talking about who we're sacrificing. I don't really want to do Penelope because so much potential. Eventual Abomasnow, not a type we have a bunch of. Same thing with Rexter, could honestly be said. We don't have any Dragon or Rock types in the box unless I'm mistaken. I don't think we have any Dragon or Rock types in the box. Let's see what we could have gotten in the Crabrawler on this route. What would this Crabrawler have been? Still a Marshtomp, or are they all different? Are they all different? Oh my goodness, that would have been extremely upsetting. That's okay though. We have no need for a Bibarel. I will instead run for my life. Please get away. Thank you. Please get away safely. Rexter, I don't think we have any. I didn't know you had to murder the Pokemon. I thought if you just ran away from it, he'd be like, I'll get away from the berries for you. Apparently that's not the case. With Rexter, we don't have any Rock types or Dragon types, and Dragon type is a pretty rare typing in general to come across, so don't really want to sacrifice him. He's also been here for so long. So if you take out those two, it comes down to Clashly and Arthropod, neither of which I want to sacrifice. Now, I will say, it probably makes sense for it to be down to those two, because they're both Steel types. And we have replacements for both of them. Replacements is a very loose term. We have at least a Pokemon that could theoretically replace them in the box. Ludicolo is not super fun for me. I think I'm going to go into Shelliot. We have a couple bug types in the box to replace a Scavalier. Energy Ball, that's fine. We're part flying. That's not concerning to me. I mean, it's a decent amount of damage, but I'm not super concerned nonetheless. Okay. Let's go for the Fairy Wind, see how much this does. I'm gonna go for the Growl. Growl's not a big deal, I'm going for Fairy Wind. For a Scavalier, we have a couple bug types in the box. Now, I think I'm gonna go into Arthropod. Now, they're not great bug types. It's like a Butterfree and a Ribombee and maybe one other I can't remember. They're not great. We also have a couple fighting types in the box that could potentially replace Clashly. Now, I feel bad doing that because Clashly was we captured her as a Mega, which is craziness. But she's not Mega anymore. She's still probably the strongest Pokemon on the entire team though, which makes me feel like I can't get rid of her. Like, I really don't want to get rid of her. But we do have a Mienshao as well as a Machoke in the box. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to evolve Machoke. That's something I need to figure out. Because if we can't get a Machamp, I love Machoke, but to go through the entire game with a Machoke and never be able to get a Machamp is a little sad. It's like so much potential there, and if we can't make it happen, I would probably choose Mienshao over Machoke. But this is all assuming I sacrifice Clashly, which again, I'm not gonna do. I'm not sure I want to do. You know what? Here's the thing. If we can just get an amazing encounter as our Wimpod, our static Wimpod encounter, if we can just get something amazing there that makes this decision easier for me, if the Mega Scizor pops out, I'm gonna catch the Mega Scizor and probably get rid of Arthropod. The decision becomes much, much simpler in that case. So if you could just be so kind as to do that. You know what I just realized? That's a fire type, by the way. It's kind of a gross fire type, so I'm not super upset about not getting it, but nonetheless. You know what I just realized? On this route, there was a dog, E-I-E-I-O. Just kidding. On this route is the Fossil Restoration Center. I don't remember exactly where. It's like right around here somewhere. It's like down here maybe. Sir, you found me. There's a fossil restoration center here, and later in the game, I think once we reach the end of the second island, so we're probably getting close to it, there's a town where you can buy like 8 fossils. I think we can come back and restore all of them, and theoretically they should all be randomized. That's gonna be sick. If that's the case, if that's true, if they're truly randomized and they could have anything in them. By the way, it's really good that we're about to get a heal because Kosei and the Starmie is almost out of water guns already, which is not great. I forgot, I need to check our TM. We got Doom Desire, which I think is a steel type move. I don't remember whose signature move it is, but it sounds like it'd be a steel type signature move. Speaking of the, the ghost type move? I was just about to say it could be Magearna. And here's a Magearna. Crud. Magearna's very scary too. We need a fire type so badly. So badly do we need a fire type. Like really badly do we need a fire type. Magearna's part fairy, I think, so unfortunately our fighting type moves are only going to be neutral against you. Is that a shiny? Or is that just what... Why do you look like that? That's a fancy looking Magearna. Yep, this is only neutral, which is not great for me. This Magearna knows Water Gun for some reason, which is less scary than if it knew like something actually scary. Okay, we'll get some power-up punches going. Yeah, the Water Gun's not scary. Doom Desire might be Magearna's move, but I don't think it is. The Ghost type move that we got in Wednesday's episode is actually a signature move of Marshadow, I found out. Who I knew was a Pokemon, but you can never really get one, so I don't know much about Marshadow. That's why I'd never heard of that move before. It's the signature move of Marshadow, and apparently it even has its own special Z move to go along with it, which is really cool. Unfortunately, you need a Marshadow and the Marshadowium Z or whatever to make it work, meaning we probably never will. The Z move does take out, speaking of Z move, the Z move is going to take out the Magearna, who was kind of scary, but we're going to get through it. See, here's the thing. How do you get rid of Clashly? How do you get rid of Clashly when Clashly comes in so clutch for moments like that? Literally so clutch. Isn't there a... Am I crazy? I feel like I'm going crazy. I thought there was a Fossil Restoration Center here. Ekans. Anyway, getting back to that. When we eventually get our fossils, I think we can bring them to the Fossil Restoration Center and just get a whole bunch of encounters, which is going to be sick. It's going to be amazing. It's like 6 or 8. I can't remember how many fossils they sell you. It's like 6 to 8, and it's just 6 to 8 free encounters that we just can add to the team instantly or put in the box for more. So, and that'll be once we get to the end of this island, so which will be good. We won't need to sacrifice before fighting the Kahuna. I didn't sacrifice before fighting Hala, did I? No. Only trials. Only trials. Oh, it's this man. He's back once again. Hey, Agers, you ever heard of Festival Plaza thing? I guess it's like a festival or something where lots of people get together and have fun. I can tell you've never, and I never will. And I never will. No worries, I'll teach you how to visit. I just heard about it for the first time too. Open up your X menu. No. Don't make me go. Don't make me go! Don't make me go. I made it. I made it this far in the game without having to do this garbage. We're skipping right through it. I'm not reading any of this. I don't care. Festival Plaza, very cool. Secret place, yeah, fun. This isn't even on a DS. I have no internet connection on this. I can't do anything with it. You think I'll play a lot of communication features? You're 100% wrong. I'll do this anyway to get us through this. Oh look, it's a red-eyed man. He's probably gonna kill me. Red-eyed black dragon, touch him. Hello, how you doing? Yes, I'm the host. Do I know what to do? I'll have a chat. Yes, it's great. You know what? Let's just cut this part out. We're just gonna cut this part out because I think it's gonna take like 20 minutes. So let me finish this tutorial of Festival Plaza, which is a complete waste of time, and then we'll get our Wimpod encounter and we will end the episode with the Festival Plaza encounter. I'll see you then. Okay, I'm free. I can now use the menu on the lower screen. Well, thank you so much. It's time to go. That was only like Am I actually free though? Am I actually free though? I might not actually be free. I thought I was free. I apologize. I think we're almost there though. Honestly, this wasn't horrible. It was like 5 minutes. That's not horrible. 5 minutes of my life that I'll never get back that I could have done many other things with. Yeah, you know, that's a shame. When I'm on my deathbed and I look back at how I spent my life, I'll probably wish I had these 5 minutes back that instead I had to... Okay, goodbye. I'll probably look back and be like, I wish I would have had those 5 minutes instead of doing Festival Plaza. Instead, you know, what's in the past is in the past. And now I'm back. Okay. So here we are. Picking up right where we left off. We have a Wimpod encounter. We also have a couple of battles, I think. Yeah, I was going to say, there's some random people just chucking golf balls into the lush jungle. Team Rainbow Rocket. We have some people just chucking golf balls into a jungle, which is probably horrible for the ecosystem. There's probably plenty of toucan that are currently choking on a golf ball because of these inconsiderate people. But you know what? I'm here to save them. Okay. We have a Parasect. For Parasect, you know, I trust Pinelope, even though we could get hit with the bug-type move. What's the parrot? Fury Cutter? Something not good. I trust Pinelope. He's probably gonna use like Poison Powder, which is a little annoying, but we're gonna heal soon anyway. Spore. Thank goodness. I am a grass type. Your spores don't work here. We'll go for the Icy Wind. Probably not one-shot this thing, even though Parasect is a little weak baby. I doubt we'll one-shot it. We may not even two-shot it, which is extremely upsetting. Your speed is going to fall. You go for the Fury Cutter. You can't even hit it. What a pathetic excuse for a Pokemon. No offense to any Parasect fans out there. All one of you. All one Parasect fan out there. It's literally a crab that got taken over by a mud. It's what? No. No thanks. Not a fan. Not what we're looking for. Here's a question. Do I save these battles? Because I think we got... Oh, we don't have another one. Oh, there we go. Here he is. Why you just hit it in the... My boy. You can't just hit golf balls into the back of a motel. This is a place of business. A business operation. Some poor individual is trying to catch a midday snooze in there. Just got back from a tough day's work. Do you work in the Alola region? Probably not. Someone just got back from a tough day's hike. They're on vacation, and all they want to do is nap. They finally got rid of the kids. The kids are at the pool right now. And what do? You smash golf balls up against the wall? Messed up. Absolutely messed up. I have no trepidation. I have no remorse. I have no remorse of absolutely sending your Glaceon to the Shadow Realm. Although Glaceon is a beautiful Pokemon. This is a tough decision. I'm starting to think about it more, and I really don't want to get rid of Clashly. I truly think the decision comes down to Clashly and Arthropod. I have a more sentimental attachment to Arthropod, but I think Clashly might be the right decision from, what do you call it? A tactical standpoint. It's tough. What a miss. My performance was absolutely terrible. Yes, it was. We're getting really close to the end, by the way, when I have to make a decision. And to this point, I have not made a decision yet, which doesn't bode well for me. Let's just hope... You know what? Where's the Wimpod? Is he there? There's the Wimpod. The Wimpod could make or break this, so let's get our good luck cough drop. Hope for a fire type, like the fire burning in my throat right now. Let's hope for a fire type. Will that help make my decision any easier? No, but at least we'll have a cool fire type to add to the team. Our static Wimpod encounter. Please actually be randomized. It's dupes. It's dupes. It's dupes. Oh, it's dupes. We already have a Rabombi in the box. And because it's a static encounter, I can't even do anything about it. Like, it just... I'm pretty sure it will always be... I think it's like the Crabrawler on Route 4. I think it will always be a cutie fly. No matter how many times we interact with it, no matter how many times I run into it, I think it will always be a cutie fly. I'm pretty sure it's always a cutie fly. It's always a cutie fly. That doesn't help me at all. Well, this is the game's way of forcing me to make a decision. It gave me nothing of value, nothing that we could potentially leverage in our best interest to try and get a really good Pokemon out of, or unless you want to drop a shiny on my head right now, then you're pretty much dead to me. Unless you want to drop a shiny on my head right now. I'm going to grab these items. That's a Water Stone. That could potentially come in clutch. I'm trying to think of who we could use a Water Stone on. I don't think anybody in the box right now. Really do not want to fight these karate men. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. I was just exploring. I think we have to go make a decision. So let's go hit up our box. Unless you want to put a shiny Charizard right here. That's pretty bad. The encounters have stalled a bit. Well, I mean, we just got a Lunala, so I can't actually say that. Who do we want? Some Pokemon in the box that I think would be extremely solid. Pokemon in the box that I think would be extremely solid. We have an Umbreon. Umbreon could be good. I think it definitely comes down to Clashly and Arthropod. The question now is, who do we get rid of? Because next episode we're taking on the Lush Jungle Trial. Suitable replacements for... We did just get Araquanid. Bablia. We did just get Araquanid, who would actually be a decent bug-type replacement for Arthropod. Now, it does double up the water typing. I forgot we caught you. We actually do have a good bug-type backup. Okay. So we have Arthropod here, Bug Steel. To replace Arthropod, the smartest choices would be Rabombi, but we already have a Fairy type. Carleal, the Butterfree, but it's a Butterfree. Or Bablia, the Araquanid. Bablia is my favorite of those three options. If we were to replace Clashly and wanted to keep the fighting type on the team, we could replace you with this Machoke. We could replace you with Judomi the Mienshao, who has Fake Out. And we could replace you with Little Macrab, the Crabrawler. But we can't evolve you for a while, so I don't know if that makes the most sense. I think out of those three, Judomi is probably my favorite. Another option, by the way, we could go completely out of left field. Say, I'm fine giving up Bug type because it's not that exciting. And we could add Suzy to the team, Alolan Muck. With Bite, Disable, Acid Spray, and Poison Fang. Poison Dark are two types we do not have. The question is, though, does that really help us with... Does Suzy the Alolan Muck really help us with some of our weaknesses we ran into today? We have a weakness to Escavalier. We have a weakness to really Steel types in general. We have no Ground-type moves on the entire team. We have no Fire-type moves on the entire team. We have Fighting-type moves on Clashly. And that's literally it. You could also get rid of Tyrantrum, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Tyrantrum's too good. I truly think it comes down to Arthropod and Clashly. I think it comes down to Arthropod and Clashly. Oh. I think I'm gonna get rid of Clashly, which is crazy. It's literally, I mean, it's a freaking Lucario. I think I'm getting rid of it. It's our fastest Mon. We have we have several other hard hitters though, I must say. Am I actually getting rid of Clashly? It's timid too. I know we have a physical build on it right now, but we could easily switch you to a special build. This is the hardest sacrifice of the whole game so far. The other ones have been fairly easy. Not easy. Some have been easier than others. This is for sure the most difficult in the entire game. Oh, we do have a rock type. We got Relicanth. This is the hardest. This is the hardest. If you take out Clashly, you would put on Mienshao. If you take out Escavalier, I think you put in Alolan Muck. I think that makes sense. So the question is, who do I want more, Alolan Muck or Mienshao? Here, I think the answer is Alolan Muck. But I really don't want to get rid of Arthropod. He's been here for so long. This is not a good way to make a decision, by the way. I'm thinking with my heart instead of my brain. My brain is telling me that Clashly is the right option to keep. But my heart is telling me that Arthropod is the right option to keep. So I'm going to be getting rid of Clashly the Lucario. It's also our highest level. If we lose the whole lock next episode in the trial, and Lucario could have saved us, it's my own fault. 100% my own fault. If doing this, it's also the only Mon we have with setup potential. Just do it. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Release it. Oh, that hurt real bad. That hurt real bad. Was that the right decision? Only time will tell. Now another question is, now do you pick up Suzy or Judomi the Mienshao? Level 16 versus level 19. Like I said, I think we need a fighting type just to take on steel types. Man, if we could get like an Infernape or something, or any of the multitude of firefighting starters, a firefighting type would be absolutely amazing for us right now. I think you take Judomi the Mienshao. I think just because of our steel type weakness, we have no way to hit steel types, and you hit you for super effective damage, you for super effective damage, you for super effective damage. Wouldn't hit you for super effective damage, but you can't touch them. So I think you gotta take a fighting type. We're gonna take Judomi the Mienshao. And that's my decision. Now, Judomi is a little underleveled. So what we're going to do, even though we just made this sacrifice, what I'm going to do, I still have a little bit of PP left on some of these Mons, and obviously Judomi's got fresh PP as well. To get Judomi up from level 16 to like level 22 closer, I'm gonna do some grinding. I don't know if it's gonna be on camera or off camera. I kind of want to do it on camera just so that I believe you guys would trust me not to cheat, but just to be like 100% certain, I might put it on camera, but that also means that I gotta find like grinding montage music, and it's a whole thing. So I'll figure that out. I'm gonna get Judomi up to like level 24, and then once everybody's PP is completely wasted, we will use the heal that we just got from sacrificing Clashly at the beginning of the next episode, and then we'll go take on the Lush Jungle. Thank you so much for watching. This decision was not easy. This was a rough one. I have a feeling some of you may be upset, and that's okay. You can voice your opinions in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider showing some support. or not in the comments down below. Or you can like, comment, subscribe, etc. All of those things help out a ton. And of course, share with your grandmother as always. But with that, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Let's hope we don't lose.